Everyone, and welcome to part 9 of my first playthrough of Final Fantasy XVI. And we did part 8 last night, but it was getting pretty late, so it was a shorter chunk. And now we're going to speak with the furniture maker. We're going to try to find our trading pass that was pilfered, stolen from Goots,
Caravan stops next
so that we can get through the checkpoint and
Are you the
probably
maker?
destroy another Mothercrystal.
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Like?
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
Just say no to picking pockets.
I'll take the large one.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
Well, the kids are guilty of being brats.
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar! The finest earthenware from the free cities! All but unbreakable!
That lady really wants me to
Caravan
try her
stops
sweet
next to the
peaches.
Excuse me.
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap. Porter for hire.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
There are no crystals here. We have to...
That big fat donkey was easy picking. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off it.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit! We're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
I'm gonna chop his legs off.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do. Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstone. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Well, we're gonna smash you into dust.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait,
we're not...
It ain't like that.
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Eloise?
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
A meteorite. Which are all too common in this world.
Oh, where?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the Caer stones, and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
All right then.
Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
We'll clear that whole place.
Laney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Well, you better not have scared any of my birds.
I'll scare you.
That's that then.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
I wasn't gonna let them
That's the one
spot
who's
me.
been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own. I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Cool waterfall.
Come on.
Let's go have a peek while we grab this shiny. Ooh, yeah. That's awesome. They're gonna spot us.
We got company! That's a lot.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
Let's chop them
I wasn't
up.
planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
That guard from Boklad! Kill him! Kill them all!
Good job, team. Killed a bunch of bandits. To us go the spoils.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
You were so helpful. Let's teleport right over. Zoop.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
He chopped down those bandits right quick.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail, and their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass.
Hand it over.
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly, would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving, be that goods to market or bearers away from it.
She first asked us for 2 million gil.
If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation, and who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
Free stuff? Oh, Crimson Compass.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
Seal joined. Collar and compass. Fancy.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots's pass should secure you a place on the caravan. But if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own.
9 million
For a
pass.
Try the caravan.
We got a trader's pass. By order of the Board of Delegates, as the bearer of this token bestowed all rights and permissions merited a Dominion merchant. And we got reduces thunderstorm cooldown. But I won't use that.
Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
There is a side quest, and you know what happens when I see a side quest presented to me so flagrantly.
Pardon me, but would you have that well-notched steel and impressive physique? Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, and I require a rugged companion. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but
Rich and storied history.
Will you ever party to a finer proposition?
Well, yeah, I gotta do it.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck with your ne'er-do-wells.
Onward to discovery.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
And is this another one? How lucky am I?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise.
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time.
Can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around.
Let's go get him. Another one? Hold on. This town's going crazy.
Hurry, man. I must leave the Dominion. Bloody crews and caravans.
They must want me to kill the whole zone.
If I knew where I
Now I just need to see about getting the word. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her.
What exactly are you celebrating?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red.
Ooh.
Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you know of it, then? A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine?
Of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the mark. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad. If you stop by again when you let them know.
I'll be right back.
BRB. Something worth celebrating. Maybe I'll get some wine out of it.
I hear the brothers found another victim.
Oh, I went the wrong way, but
What's that?
oh.
The third this month.
These guys are talking about victims? What?
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter.
That's me right enough.
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when...
A 66? Bugger me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for... I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
You got it.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Come on, come on!
Caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine off.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Excellent.
Wine and ham to spare. Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage. A Gotan 66.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Hold on. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Ha, you would wonder that.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together, and the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more beside.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. Bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Let me carry your goods. Porter for hire. Best service.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? I got off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Yeah, Clive, you're bothering people. Oh, that's...
Why am I not surprised?
Bad.
You'll hand over your coin. Get up.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them. With very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me, if you would, to Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition
I'm a big
continues,
fan of geology.
and we still have much to learn.
I took honors geology in college. Didn't have to do that.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rock. Those ones. Over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there.
Shush, now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
Good thing I've watched the
Joseph's thieves
Goblin
already got their
Slayer
stolen
anime.
wares all the way out here.
Ancient sword, you say? What's this about an ancient sword? That is an upgrade. A marked lack of weapons left from the Age of the Fallen could either suggest theirs was a society in which peace prevailed or one in which those in power were unable to be contested. Those few weapons that do remain are found to be extremely lightweight and nigh indestructible, but unfortunately impossible to duplicate in modern-day forges. That's just a straight-up upgrade. Let's go kill goblins with it. What a thrill.
I think we found our thieves.
How many gobos?
They don't look happy to see me.
Well, that was beat down. Unfortunate for the Goblin Prince.
Let's get this over with.
Stop!
His friends did not help him.
Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems or anything they couldn't eat, for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself. Back when times were hard.
So you spared them. And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and Don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Interesting conclusion. We will not teleport back because we are getting closer to this other quest. Gilbug. Cool, we found an ancient sword just hanging out. I can slaughter these goblins.
Right then. Who's first?
That's it.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was weighed. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods. And great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. Though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
It's a very cool setting. I like it. We are going up and in, I guess. Up and around. Ah, here we go. Leighton's Cleft. Okay.
Oh no. He's really put himself into trouble this time. Slow.
Ow. Got him.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt, and once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echo. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. One day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late, and so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid
I'm an
so.
escort? Wow.
And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Upheaval cooldown. Probably won't use it.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Your sellsword
Joseph's
friend is fine.
He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
Nice. Live and let live. Level up. Ooh, and man, that was a good reward. Solid. Level 35. Very linear upgrades every time you level up. I'm gonna step away just for a moment, and then we're gonna continue the story by speaking with Goose. I can't believe we found an upgrade sword in a chest by some goblins. Oh, we're way past the item store now.
Caravan stops next.
Juicy pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
What I really want to be is a
Whoa, sorry, I hit the
You're gonna do an
mouse.
apprenticeship or something then?
You guys can all look at Clive for a moment. I'll be right back. And we're back. Was that lady looking at Clive the whole time like that? Hi, Goots.
Here you are, Good. Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh,
thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if... I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo, too.
So should you, Hunter. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore.
We do, and we already have. Miss Elle's given us a job shifting the chocobo shit out the stables. It's hard work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fit.
You stick at it, then.
And Goots, I'm sorry for stealing your path.
See, this is the way it should be. Cuss words are silly to me.
All's well that ends well.
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right?
Fucking shit
Well, I'm
should
gonna be
not
your
matter
first
to
customer.
anyone.
I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
Let's get through this gate so we can blow up some mother crystals.
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
Another huge crystal.
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
Then the fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts, and more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their Mothercrystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, From a whore who weighed her child's worth in gil.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
Oh, she stepped right on your flower.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince.
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness. And we shall follow him unto the very end.
Thank you. This is my decree. For their crimes against the crown, the traitorous Annabella and her usurping son shall be put to death, and the Empire restored.
Oh. That's a big statement. Let's jump right in. Portal.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
Plenty.
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mothercrystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
What's happening?
What indeed?
I don't know. Toggle! This way.
Cool backdrop once again. Fire in the sky.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Goots is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
Sure.
Guard, watchman or sentry is to be slain on sight. But spare the citizenry. His Highness's orders were clear. The people are to...
Those were Imperial Dragoons.
What's going on?
What in the hell is going on?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go and see.
Right. But first we find Goots.
Just hope he's all right.
You there!
I'll cut down everyone and everything.
Cut them down!
That's right. To jump.
is this then? A civil war?
I need weirite, I need potions. We're going down, I guess.
Never thought I'd be glad to fall into a sewer.
Me? They're low level.
What of the men and women in the market? The evacuation is complete.
What do we got here?
There it is. The bell tower.
Right. Let's go. Ah, a goods lift.
Wow. Nice jump, Clive. Let's see if Jill can do that. Yeah, she didn't have to, I guess.
Defend the gate!
Which way were we going? This way, apparently.
In the name of His Highness!
My half-brother, Olivier. Dragoon Astrologer.
Hold on, kids. We're coming.
The fire is spreading, and we're killing dragoons like crazy. Yay, potion used. That means I have full potions. Which is 6 now. Ramuh! Double jump. Wait. Oh. Did we just come through? I'm getting really bad with directions. Just making sure. Yeah. Thank you, Torgal. You're so helpful.
Enemies on the rampart! Kill them!
Raging Fists. What will we find behind the giant double doors? Torgal does not seem alarmed.
Can you see him anywhere?
Now he's alarmed. Freaking dragon. Goots, why did you pick the place where the dragon would go? Unlucky.
It must be one of the Dragoon's pets.
Do Dragoons keep dragons as pets? Is that how that works?
store for us.
Get ready to move.
Got him. I had enough high potions. White worm bone. Thanks for your bone.
Over here, Clive! Are you alright?
A little
Oops.
tired.
There you are.
I didn't know there'd be a dragon.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Oh!
What now?
Is that Mothercrystal's heart?
What the hell is it doing up there? Bahamut.
do this?
We must leave. Now, Your Grace. I beg of you.
This is not what he wanted. Something's happened. Forgive me, Yoda, but I must put a stop to this.
Your Grace!
Well. What on earth? A new Mother Crystal just spawned? In an instant? Did anyone know that was gonna happen?
So, what do we do now then?
We destroy the heart.
But he might come back!
As soon as the flames die down, the Imperials and the Dalmex will move in. This may be our only chance.
And Bahamut has gone for now. You should get as far away as you can, Goots.
What? And leave you lot in the lurch? I can't do that. If you're staying, then so am I. I packed everything up before I made a run for it, so if there's out yous need, just ask. I won't be giving it away for free. Nana'd never forgive us if I did.
Thank you, Goots.
So you'll stock me up on potions? I appreciate that.
What can I do for yous? Welcome to Goots's Toll. You want us to make you something?
Yeah, diamond sword. Seems like we could do.
I reckon I did a good job.
You did better than Blackthorn's ever made
10
me.
times better than it was before. Okay. Is all done then? No. Righto, here you go. Is there out else you need? Righto, here you go.
Just in case.
Thank
you.
you.
Ever want it.
Is there out else you need? Give us a shout if you need out else.
And I actually haven't saved in a minute or spent any ability points, but there's kind of nothing I really care about anymore. Might as well spend over here, I guess. Level 35. Alright, continuing.
Drake's tail is right there, Clive. It's time to free Storm from the crystal's
I'm gonna
curse.
grab a drink. Peach mango. At once.
Oh, it's past time. But remember, Bahamut is still out there.
And I dare say we'll be seeing him again before the night is done. No more roads.
We'll have to find our own path.
Do you feel that, Clive?
Ether.
Whoa.
Just what we need. Another flood.
It's already turned them.
Then there's no reason to hold back.
Climb up.
Breath of lightning, judgment bolt. Would seem silly to buff up any one ability too much when you cycle through them all repeatedly. Oh my!
Is that a phoenix?
Joshua!
Here so.
What is he doing?
Keeping Bahamut occupied.
Joshua! Joshua!
I can't hear you. He's a little busy.
Don't, Clive. It's too dangerous.
Fuck. Hold on, Joshua. I'm coming! We have to save him.
And we will. We just need to keep moving.
Him again. Not now.
us all. There he is. Joshua! I'm here, brother!
Clive. He can't hear you.
That's what I said.
They're heading for the heart.
And so should we.
What's gonna happen here? What is that thing?
We don't have time for this!
trying to go up, right? That's where we came in. Oh, here we go.
Are those the council chambers? How are they still standing?
I don't know.
So we have to go back down. I know you wanted to go up.
He'll be all right, Clive. He's a survivor.
We're getting close.
Danger.
It looks like somebody doesn't want us getting any closer.
I don't care what it wants.
I'm gonna murder it.
Nice try.
beat the Necrophobe. He's afraid of death. The Favor of Earth windup.
These beasts, they're getting stronger.
We can think about them later. Right now, there's only one thing we need to focus on.
The heart.
That's right, the heart.
We might be able to get up through the building.
It's worth a try.
And we're gonna save the game.
Quiet. There's someone up there.
Is someone there?
Oh, interesting.
Mother.
It's you.
What happened here?
He tried to take him from me. Oh, my boy. My darling boy.
Is this the child you made with the Emperor?
Kill them both.
Why, Mother?
Kill them both.
Why did you betray us all?
You have no right.
Answer him.
We took you in, savage. Show some respect for those who raised you. Honorable Elwyn, always thinking of his precious homeland. But what worth is a homeland in a world beset by the Blight?
Father did not seek to protect his country. He sought to protect his people.
A leader's duty is not to protect his people. It is to protect the source of his sovereignty. The noble blood that runs in his family's veins. So long as this bloodline remains unbroken, what does it matter if a nation falls? One can always found another. Unlike him, I did my duty. I preserved my line. I bore a son of the noblest blood, to whom the whole world might kneel. That is why I gave Rosaria to Sambrek, that I might join my line with the Lesages and birth a savior of this benighted land, blessed by both Bahamut and the Phoenix!
You sold your country for a child.
Why did he need another? You had Joshua.
I had nothing. You were always your father's son, so very strong and bold and daring, and yet you failed to awaken. Would that Joshua had been granted 1/10 of your strength? Oh! How the nobles laughed that Elwyn's firstborn was surely the son of a concubine, and my own, not long for this world. The shame of it! The shame of being slandered by one's inferiors! How could you ever know how that feels? It should have been you! Why didn't the Phoenix choose you?
Joshua's every waking moment was spent trying to shoulder the burden that you and the Phoenix and the Duchy foisted on him. That's why I became his shield. To help bear the weight. But what did you do? You betrayed your own blood and surrendered your son to his fate!
Joshua, my darling boy. I never meant to hurt him. The soldiers' orders were clear. He was to be spared. Why did you survive when the only one I truly cared for died?
What? Have you not looked out of the window? Joshua is here! The Phoenix lives on! He's battling Bahamut as we speak!
Maybe she's manipulating you. Oh, speaking of which, he was battling Bahamut as we speak.
Wake up!
a shield of Rosaria. And I will do my duty.
What are you...
Cinematic evasion. No. Actually
Ifrit.
became Ifrit willingly.
Clive.
Joshua.
Clive!
Cinematic strike.
Fuck.
Cinematic evasion. What is going on?
First Bahamut. Then the heart.
The flower, it resembles the flower that got stepped on before, yeah. Or backtrack. Flames of Rebirth. Heal. Yay.
Joshua!
Don't get Giga flared.
My brother alone!
Or face the consequences.
Clive has learned the ability Spirit Flare from Bahamut. Press R2 plus triangle to release a massive stream of light that sears anything in its path. Use L to aim, press X to attack. Extended exposure to the flare will cause enemies to become partially staggered, cancelling any initiated abilities. Maintaining the flare for its maximum duration, meanwhile, will result in an enhanced finishing explosion. Did it mess him up, I hope? Oh, jeez, not enough, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, backtrack. Oh, aura burst, get away from that. Oh yeah, circle. Giga flared? I just told him not to get Giga flared. Embodying the Phoenix again, controls for the Phoenix are as follows: move, aim, fire, fire and charge, fireball. I want to evade. hitting me. Just stop. Just stop doing it. I'm tired of this. I actually don't love these extended boss fights, man. I can't hit triangle 8,000 times. Good timing.
Clive! Thank the Founder!
It's now or never, Joshua.
Stop hitting me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Background. Where'd he go? Cinematic Clash. Out of order.
Now, Joshua!
Level up. 36.
What now?
This is drinking the ether.
We have to stop him. Stronger than this. Come on, Ifrit. Show us your true power.
What is happening? Fusion Ha!
If we become one, this will be enough. We can do it, Clive. We can. We will. Together. Are you ready? Ready!
Oh my, enhanced versions of most of Ifrit's abilities are available for use as Ifrit Risen. In addition to Wildfire, Ifrit Risen also has access to the ability Lightspeed, which, similar to Phoenix Shift, allows for swift approach to a target. Lightspeed can be executed by pressing X. All abilities available while embodying Ifrit Arisen can be confirmed on the abilities tab in the main menu.
How can we hope to match such power? By trusting in our own.
Okay.
We would burn the world.
Zeta flare. Yeah, of course.
Not today. Come on, Joshua. This ends now.
Cool. Unexpected. Bahamut defeated in space. Light shard. Bahamut made manifest. That was crazy.
Dion! Joshua! Clive! My brother. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're alive. We both are. Nothing else matters. I never dared hope that I would see this day.
Reunited at last.
Jill.
They landed right at her feet. Oh, he sees manipulations. From Ultima.
Is for my father.
Interesting. Oh. Let's go. Shadow Child defeated.
It is done. The demon that would tear our house apart is no more. Father,
more Dion, no more Olivier, all in one swoop.
The Mothercrystal. It's collapsing.
Right. We need to leave. No. Wait.
You gonna rob him?
I owe him a debt.
Fine.
Oh, give me some Bahamut powers. Yeah, yeah. I could replace Ramuh.
You there. Tell me one section. Little as you don't reinforce the walls. Situation. Report, Captain.
Can nothing be done to call them off?
I regret not, Your Radiance. The Dragoons answer to none but His Imperial Highness. The Council is powerless to intervene.
We're hearing reports of rebel
Madness is this, Dion.
throughout the neighboring districts.
Focus all efforts on extinguishing the fires around the capital.
How many Mothercrystals are even left? One? In the Far East?
Daddy man, go!
Your Radiance. And I want you to find out
Make sure the doors are
our next move.
By the light! Dion, have you taken leave of your senses? Call off the Dragoons at once!
Fear not. The populace will come to no harm at their hands. I am here to save you, Father.
What is happening?
A creeping darkness hides in the heart of Sanbreque. It stems from your wife, the traitorous Annabella.
Not another word, Dion.
Father, though you may not see it, the darkness has taken hold of you. It has made you forget yourself. But I bid you remember, there was a time when you ruled not with cruelty, but with compassion. Why now do you turn your back on your people? Why now do you seek to stoke the fires of war? You too have borne witness to this change, Your Eminences. And you know, as well as I, who is responsible for it. A puppet now sits upon the throne, but cut his strings, and the master loses the power!
What?
Dion, you bear steel before your Emperor? Guards! Take him!
For every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. Those were your words. But when the last of your citizens has fallen, and all of their homes have been reduced to ash, what will become of your empire, of its rulers, of your god? As the Mothercrystals crumble one by one, and the Blight sweeps in to claim all that we hold dear, our people look to their Emperor for protection. Yet he labors not to secure their futures, but to seize what is left of the twins for himself! Even if it should come at the cost of everything his loyal citizens have labored to build!
Dion, you must understand.
A small price to pay, is it not? You've been blessed with great power, Dion. Enough to win me the world. So go, claim Valisthea for me, brother.
nuts!
Father.
Poor father. How he doted on his children. That he would die to protect me was plain. It was but a matter of when.
You planned this?
You did well to endure so long. But you broke in the end, as I knew you would. And now Muthos approaches. Put him to the proof. I would see if he breaks. Go, Bahamut. Kinslayer.
Okay. So now we see what happened to cause him to go berserk, and eventually...
Brother?
We got some Bahamut powers.
It's a long story.
So what do we do with Annabelle?
You cannot stay here, Mother. Come. Take my hand.
Get away from me! This is all just a dream, just a bad dream! You will
Oh,
not
she's
take me,
psychotic.
Shadow. You will not take me!
Would she? Damn.
Mother.
Things are falling apart rapidly in this Velithia place. I think there's one Mother Crystal left to take down, but then what happens? Because we have seen no progress since taking down several others. Odin is still around.
If it is consciousness that weaves your wills together, consciousness that blurs the boundary between your own will and that of others, then we shall set you apart once more. The ties that bind you shall be severed, and humanity return to its proper place.
What are you talking about?
By primogenesis shall a new age of reason begin.
Relax, Your Majesty.
Sometime later, royal bedchamber, but that looks like Benedikta, who we know to be dead.
Don't you want to play? It's been a long time.
And that appears to be...
That is your wish.
Barnabas?
Men, you are as meek as all the others.
Such
feeble creatures.
Shapeshifter.
Gifted the power of Eikons, yet slaves to fickle emotions which usher you to your doom. And so you bind your fragile wills with strands of consciousness. The wretched handiwork of a wretched people.
The Sons of Fire were united at last, and for but a moment, their flame burned bright. Soon, Muthos shall become our perfect vessel.
And then shall the world be remade.
Not before the bonds are severed, of trust, of respect, of love. Only when every strand of consciousness is cut away, may Muthos return to our side. By primogenesis shall all be undone. Mankind shall be rid of his wretchedness, and Muthos of his will. But while he yet clings to it, he has the power to forge bonds anew. And so we bid you. Find Muthos, and sever every one.
To destroy that which has no physical form, you ask the impossible.
There is nothing your black blade cannot cut, Odin. We shall unite with Muthos, and bring forth a new world. So long as our vessel remains unclaimed by humanity.
It shall be done, Master. My will is yours.
Okay. So yeah, that's another Mothercrystal destroyed. We've destroyed a lot of them now. I think this is the only one left, yeah. I'll be right back. Let's see what happens, actually. Okay, let's watch this, and then I'll be right back. Cause I don't want to miss a thing. But I do have to use the potty. Cool sword, Clive. Can't believe Goots made that for you on the road, and it's better than anything Blackthorn's ever made.
How is your brother?
Oh, we brought him with us?
Asleep since I returned from the Dominion. Taya says he should be back on his feet soon enough. For a while, at least. She discovered something on his chest. A swelling, circled in stone.
The curse.
The Ultima prison.
For every mountain we climb, another rises up to greet us, doesn't it?
That's the thing about mountains. There's a lot of them.
It's never ending. Even the sky seems to have grown tired of it all.
Okay, now that I've regained control here, things fall apart. A portion of Bahamut's essence. Impulse, which creates multiple spheres of light that pursue a target, dealing it continuous damage. Wings of Light to begin casting Mega Flare. An immensely powerful spell that showers enemies with a deluge of searing light. The longer the spell is charged, the more powerful the results. Press circle to cast the spell when ready. Taking damage while casting will cancel the spell.
Tony won't be happy if I disturb Joshua.
I'll be right back.
While he rests, I might as well see what Otto has to say.
Alright, apologies for that short break. We're back. Oh my, we have quite the mess from Theo. Cursebreaker Intelligence. Crimson Caravans, Eloise. Oh, and there's multiple quests. Homecoming. Desert Alliance. The pen is mightier. Rosina. That's Lubor, the blacksmith. About Blackthorn. Heed August's request. Sure. Talk to Blackthorn.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Blacksmith's Blues 2. But there's more. A bad feeling. Talking about Torgal.
What could be wrong with Torgal?
Might immediately need your attention.
Trouble with the ledgers.
Suddenly we have a lot to do. This looks like an additional feature, which could be good.
Blackthorn. Do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on, and you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of that cuirass, perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling.
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Yeah, I want a sharper sword anyway.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at him. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on somewhat else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
Running around after him again, huh?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people in my clients? I suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take me meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
acid, will there be thunder?
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite. Which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right. Though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive. Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Scholastic Savant.
I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today?
Speak with Goat.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
We're gonna do a side quest sweep.
What do you make of them skies then?
Hello, minute. Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto won't be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news, and it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time. I'm gonna need help keeping it from...
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million.
That's a lot.
They
Wow.
lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the Hideaway, you see? And, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. Little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Dead man walking, dead man walking.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so.
From a humble servant, a light from the heavens, the goddess Grigor teaches us that to walk with the wretches is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. High Cleric's Medallion.
You earned this. Best of luck out there,
Which
Sid.
does what, man? Increases healing potency of high potions by 25%. Not as good as regular potions, 40%. More bounties, you say? There's so many now. I have to go kill things, clearly. Oh my goodness, there's 6. Let's cheat and find these. Grimalkin. Bum bum bum. This one is the southern end of the sickle in Dhalmekia. Let's waste no time. Well, I guess I could look at the next one also. The 9 of Knives, the jaw Dhalmekia, the 9 of Knives. We can't leave. Okay, we can't leave yet. Talk to Otto.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out Mothercrystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just a messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
Speak with Vivian and Harpo.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that you are to blame for the Dominion's fate.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mothercrystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces. Now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off-storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Let me get. It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious, as that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day, did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
No teleport? Okay.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are three. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shell. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and Erla.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rained?
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they get here in time to make any real difference. Which means there's only two people who care.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
What do you do again?
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye?
Ah.
That's always something in there.
Okay. So it's sending us on a world tour here. And we want to go here first because we want to get sharper swords from Blackthorn. appears to be currently locked until we free the place of bandits.
Sid! Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about, at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you, any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. These are cursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness, or an entire city for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
They have seasonal depression because of the blighted sky. It's driving them mad.
Haven't we had enough fighting?
Is...
Next time, those two go for each other's throats.
People take notice of wealthy men.
They're actually...
Shouldn't be too hard to track down, Caer.
Ah.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac. I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion.
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Redeem! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
We need to talk to this guy so we can get sharper swords.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Do. Valcroy Desert. Up and around.
Come on.
That looks interesting. No, no. I was trying to fight you. Here we go.
Got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
He could be innkeeper. He's gone now.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamil.
They did say coin the innkeeper would be keen to collect, but I didn't expect that. A mercenary named the innkeeper. Or a bandit.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern.
Wyvern.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few
Nobody's
moments of your
called him
time
that in
should
20
suffice,
hours.
yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twin, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke. Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Very generous of you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield.
My uncle.
And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
What mineral did we procure?
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Sundered whetstone. Yeah, give it to him immediately.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
A slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Yeah, this rock's really cool, man.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Right? I will.
New sword, new sword. Excalibur design draft. A diagram detailing the steps to forge a sword to rival that of a legendary king necessary for crafting sword Excalibur. What'll it take to craft Excalibur?
What do I owe the honor? What do you want?
Bright Burn I can make right now, and that's an upgrade. Excalibur. Grimalkin Hide? Is that it? That's all it takes? Where do I get a Grimalkin Hide? Grimalkin. I think that's a bounty we're about to go hunt. Yeah. So Brightburn is 270 though. And Excalibur is 268. Did I miss out on this earlier? I could have made this earlier, I guess.
Anything else?
Well, I still want to make it though. Hang on.
Trouble with your gear, or so will it be?
This only takes grindstone, light shard, and 4 meteorite. That would take a scarletite and a bomb ember, which we got from King Bomb. I mean, would there be any reason to make it?
That it?
If I can already make better?
Well, St. Fornian, dear. Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Is that it? Bit.
Clive, if you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
The Wages of Warcraft. Should I have been doing this?
It'd better all be here.
Last elixir? Upon KO, automatically restores all HP, fills limit gauge, and increases attack power by 10% and defense by 30%. Jeez. $20K. Oh, this is sell, haha. So there's this increases EXP by 15%. Nah, we don't need it.
Is that all?
Alright, where was this Grimalkin? The jaw was down here. And it is over here.
Come on. Run like the wind.
What's that in the road? Bad guys? Oh, bad guys, I guess. The 9 of Knives. Wasn't looking for you, but I'll kill you anyway. Save me the trouble.
My blade yet it's come. Let us feast on your flesh. Your feasting days are over.
Get up, get up. Come on. 5,000 experience, 10,000 guild.
Those who kill for sport deserve no better. Good girl.
This
Fly,
way.
Ambrosia.
Not looking for war panthers right now.
That's better. Enough of you, are there?
Did I miss a turn? Oh, just barely. Also not fighting you. Let's keep going.
Introduce it to mine.
And then there was one.
Got it. Grimalkin hide. I can make Excalibur.
That wasn't too bad, was it, Torgal?
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
I think what I'll do is turn in this, or I want to craft Excalibur, and then we're going to call it a stream because we've been going for 3.5 hours and I'm getting hungry. So thank you very much for watching and lurking and chatting and getting to this point in the VOD. If you're interested in other parts of the game, definitely check out the playlist. I've been trying to label all the sections as well. I want to make Excalibur just because.
What do I owe the honor? I'm saying Fornian, do you?
We
It last
can.
you a good while. And?
That's it, huh? Okay. So yeah, like it doesn't like do anything better than Brightburn. So it's a little awkward timing, but I want to make it anyway. Bahamut channeled. Ah yes, we didn't even look at those abilities yet. Whoopsie doodle. And there's still room for 2 more. I don't know how I feel about channeling and having stuff get canceled. That feels like really annoying to me. Flare breath looks funny though. Flamethrower style. Spheres of light is interesting. They just wail on them until they explode. Huh. Flare breath and impulse could be fun to play with a little while maybe. But for now we'll save and call it a stream, and we'll be back with part 10 probably later tonight. Have a great day or night till I see you again.